on Hawaiian punch. Oh, you like all this gush? Oh no, you can't get enough. Sipping on Hawaiian punch.
Hey, my name is Adeline Warren, and you're listening to Girl Talk. I like to say that I'm the big sister of the internet. You can watch me fuck up all you want, but hey, maybe we can learn something from it. I hope you enjoy. Hey, bitch. I think I'm literally wearing the exact same thing that I wore last time that we saw each other, but hey, how you doing? I have an iced vanilla latte. I'm so fucking excited because iced vanilla lattes are so hard to come across here. And I thought that we could do a vlog like that we did last time, where I just answer your questions. I asked you guys a bunch of questions on Not Adeline, my spam account on Instagram, and this is like how we started Girl Talk. I would just answer your guys' questions, and they would be TMI, and I'd be like, why am I putting this on the internet? But I really like them, and I want to do a couple more. You have to remind me to do more of these fucking episodes because I honestly really love doing them. Whether you're searching for the latest sneaker drop, that iconic handbag, a timeless watch, or your next piece of classic jewelry, eBay authenticators are there verifying every detail of your purchase. eBay's authenticators are experts in their craft, true connoisseurs, and as leaders in their fields, they're making sure your items always arrive as authentic as your style and never get faked over ever again. In a world full of fakes, it's time to get real with eBay Authenticity Guarantee. Everyone deserves real. Visit ebay.com for terms. This episode is sponsored by OneSkin. OneSkin is for everyone that wants to prevent or reverse the signs of aging with a groundbreaking approach. OneSkin addresses skin health at a molecular level, targeting the root causes of aging so skin behaves, feels, and appears younger. It's time for you to experience a new skin health routine at a discounted rate today. Get 15% off with the code GIRLTALK at oneskin.co. That's 15% off oneskin.co with the code GIRLTALK. We only have one body, one skin, and only you can choose to make it better. Age healthy with OneSkin. So let's get straight fucking into it, girl. Someone said how to live alone without your boyfriend or friends. So I was just thinking about it like 5 minutes ago, and I was like, you know what? This is actually the first time that I've been living alone, which is so crazy for me to think because I basically grew up with my parents. Obviously, I went to high school, I finished high school, and then I moved to LA with Chloe. And then Chloe moved out, Meg moved in, and it was kind of like a rotating door of roommates. It was like Meg, and then it was Nikki, it was my brother, and then it was Brianna, and then Andre. But I've never actually lived by myself. And I never realized that. And it's actually, now that I think of it, so different living with a roommate versus living by yourself, because whenever I was bored, it's like, I feel like my roommates, it's like you growing up with siblings, you go in their room when you're bored and you're like, hey bitch, I have the tea for you, or like, do you have any tea? Like, that's what me and Andre are. We'll just like go in each other's rooms and be like, oh my God, guess what fucking happened today? I don't know. That's just what I feel like I do with my roommates, and I've always done with my brothers and sisters. Like, I don't know. We just go into each other's room. My brother will go into my room. He'd annoy the shit out of me. My sister will just come in my room and just like flick me and then leave. Like, I don't know. It's just like shit that you do when you have siblings and shit that you do when you have roommates. So you never really feel like you're alone. And then if you ever want to go get boba, you'd be like, oh bitch, like, do you want to get boba? Even if you hate each other. Because I swear to God, sometimes me and my siblings, or even me and Andre, will get in fights with each other, and I'd be like, I'm getting boba, do you want to come? Like, this is the way that we like make up. We don't actually make up. We're like, I'm getting Starbucks, do you want to come? And it's like, yes. It's like, okay. And then you make up. I don't know. I feel like that's how I've always been. And I always thought that I was a very independent person. And I always thought, oh, I'm super independent. I could do things on my own. And like, of course, I go grocery shopping on my own. I will do errands on my own. I will do a lot of things on my own. But living alone is so different compared to having a roommate. And I don't know if I like it. I don't know. I'm still figuring it out. I've only really been alone for like 2 weeks, but I think I'm getting adjusted. I think I'm getting used to it. I think it's kind of like dating, right? It's like you live with roommates. Well, it's not dating, but you live with roommates and then you live by yourself. You figure out if you like it. You figure out if you don't like it. Because I'm not gonna lie, I love alone time. Like even when I have my roommates, even when I live with my brother and my sister, I did like my own alone time to just unwind and relax. But I don't know. I almost feel like there's a little bit too much alone time. I don't know. And it's like to the point where I'm scheduling shit just to be busy. And I don't know if that's necessarily a good thing. Because I don't know. It's also really sad. Like if I were in LA, I'd probably go up to Andre and be like, bitch, you want to watch The Little Mermaid? And then we would go together and, you know, it wouldn't be this big thing. But when I went by myself, I was like, oh, should I watch The Little Mermaid? And then I had so much anxiety because I was like, are people going to think that I'm weird because I'm going to watch a movie by myself? I don't know if I've ever really watched a movie by myself. And I was just also Googling like which movie theaters are playing in English versus which movie theaters are playing in French. And I was like, oh my God. For some reason, I think I just get more anxious doing things by myself versus if I were to do it with a buddy or a friend. Like going to the movie theater, I wouldn't even think twice. I wouldn't feel anxious at all with a friend. But I think by myself, I was like, what if I go to the wrong place? Like, blah, blah, blah. I don't know why my brain is like that. But how to live alone without boyfriend or friends, you know, I saw something on TikTok that said there are a couple things there was a study done and they say all of the things that genuinely make people happy. And it says nothing about working. It says nothing about money. It says nothing about, you know, your job. Things that truly genuinely make people happy are relationships and good relationships and healthy relationships. They even say that people who have fulfilling, healthy relationships live longer. They're physically healthier because relationships just, I don't know, they just make you happier. And a happy wife is a happy fucking life. And like, I don't know, you just are healthier. So I don't know. I feel like I've been super lonely here. It's also, I think it also has to do with the fact that I just moved here. I think if you were to talk to me in a month, it would be a little bit different. But being here, it has been pretty lonely. And there has been a couple nights where I'm like, man, like, I really miss my friends. Or I really miss my brother, my sister. I really miss my family. Or I really miss my boyfriend. And I'm like, fuck. Like, why did I move here? I don't know if I'm happy here. And then there's moments where I'm like having dinner at Giraffe and it's in front of the Eiffel Tower and it's sparkling. And I'm like, this is literally the best thing ever. I'm 25 years old. This is what I was born to do. Like, this is what I was literally fucking am living to do. So I feel like it's like a toxic relationship. There's a lot of high highs. There's a lot of low lows. But I think I need to find that balance where it's just like, you know, I have my friends that are here. I have people that I could talk to. I have like a support system here because, you know, I made one friend here, bitch, like maybe 1.5. So I don't know. And like some friends that I have, it's mostly like, you know, it's like the friends that you can talk to and then it's like the friends that you go out with. It's like, it's different, you know? So I think to answer your question, how to live alone without any boyfriend or friends, I would definitely say really put yourself out there. My one friend that I met, I literally found her on fucking TikTok because I saw she had a Frenchie and she is American. She lived in New York and she moved to Paris with her Frenchie. So we had that in common. And yeah, we went out and it was really fun. Like find people on Instagram, see if you have mutual friends with anyone, or if there's anyone that you actually kind of look up to. You know, they say that you become like the 3 people you hang around the most. So who is someone that has your dream job, or who is someone that has experience that you want, or who is someone that you look up to? DM them and be like, hey, I'd love to grab lunch, or like, hey, I love your stuff. Like I just moved to Paris. I'm trying to make friends. We should grab lunch, or we should grab coffee. I'll get it, or something like that. I don't know. Really put yourself out there because at least for me, relationships are really, really, really important for my mental health. I feel really sad when I don't have anyone to talk to, and I feel really sad when it just kind of feels lonely. Even though I have Blue, it just feels really lonely. So put yourself out there. DM someone that you really admire. Go on Bumble BFF. Shit works. I've used that before. And yeah, I don't know. I hope that this helps. And I know that it's really hard moving out and being on your own because, girl, I'm fucking there with you. But yeah, I think that's the best advice that I could give. And just keep yourself busy. I feel really happy and really fulfilled when I'm planning out my days. Like today it's scheduled to obviously film this podcast. I want to film a vlog. And then after I film the vlog, it's just my rest day. So I can read my book, I can chill. I have a French lesson at 2:30, which is in like an hour or two. But yeah, keep yourself busy, really focus. This is the time that you're living by yourself. You can focus on yourself. What are the things that you've always wanted to do? And really push yourself to do it, because I know that you're sitting on your fucking couch being like, oh, I'm fine on the couch. Bitch, I know you want to take that cooking class. I know you want to take that Pilates class. I know you want to do this. Stop making excuses and do it. This is the one time in your life that you have no responsibilities. You're not living with anyone. You have no kids. You have no husband, wife, no whatever. Do whatever makes you happy. That's the one thing that I love about traveling by yourself, or even doing things by yourself, is you could just fucking change your mind and be like, actually, I don't feel like reading my book today. I think I'm just gonna go watch The Little Mermaid. Or actually, I was planning on doing my Pilates class, but like, actually, fuck it. Like, I'm just gonna go for a walk. That's the best thing about being able to be by yourself. Because I feel like when you're with your friends, you're like, oh, we planned on doing The Little Mermaid, but like, oh, I'm really fucking tired. I just want to get high and go to bed. Like, you know what I mean? So this is the one time in your life. Just be selfish and do whatever the fuck you want. Next question is, guys not wanting to use condoms. I have so many thoughts on this. First of all, I would like to say that you are not weird and you are not like crazy for asking a guy to use a condom. Because I would talk to my friends about this. She'd be like, oh, like, I don't know, like, I think we're gonna hook up, and he said that he doesn't really love condoms, and like, I don't know, like, is it weird if I bring it up before, like, it's gonna kill the mood? And I'm like, no, bitch. What the fuck? Is it gonna ruin the mood? What the fuck do you mean is it gonna ruin the mood? It's gonna ruin your whole fucking body if you get an STD. What the fuck? It's gonna ruin your whole fucking life. What do you mean? It's not weird asking to use a condom. If anything, it's smart, and it's for your actual physical health. Because if he maybe has something and maybe it's curable, but maybe there's some STDs that aren't curable, and you guys have sex and then you have it for the rest of your life, is that worth it? No, it's not. It's smart to ask to use a condom. You can ask before. You can ask, I mean, I wouldn't even really ask. Like, every time that I've hooked up with someone, I just pull it out, and they just put it on. You know what I mean? Like, it's not weird at all. Like, it really should just be expected. Because for me, it's two things. It's like, it prevents you from getting an STD, and then it also prevents you from getting fucking pregnant, bitch. Two things that could ruin your fucking life. I mean, if you want a baby, I don't know what you want, but I don't want a baby. That's gonna ruin my life. And it's just, I don't know. Like, I trust me, I've come across guys that are like, oh, it feels better. Like, I can't feel anything in a condom. Like, blah, 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 blah. Get over yourself. What the fuck? My pussy is amazing. You will feel it through the condom, bitch. You will. I don't fit in condoms. Have you seen the TikTok videos where they put an entire fucking shoe in a condom? Or like fill it up with water and it's like as big as their fucking head? You will fit in a condom. Like, these are all excuses. Only little boys do. Also, I have noticed the people who don't use it are the dirtiest. Because think about it. If he is asking to not use a condom with you, do you think he's asking to use a condom with anyone else? No. Do you know how many people that he's slept with that he doesn't even know is clean or not? Like, it's so disgusting to me. Like, if someone says, oh, it just feels better without, I don't like to use it, I'm like, ew, you're gross. Like, let me look at it. Do you have little bumps in your thing? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, it is so normal to use a condom. Like, every normal person uses a condom. If someone asks you to not use a condom and you guys haven't gotten tested yet, like, that is fucking weird. Every single person that, well, mostly every single person that I've hooked up with without a condom, I made them get tested first, because I'm scared of that shit. I don't want to you know, have like 10 minutes of pleasure and then have to deal with shit the rest of my life. You know, it's your actual health. You're not being crazy for asking to use a condom. If anything, you're kind of crazy for not asking to use a condom. You know, I've heard of stories of like girls being like, it feels better without a condom. And like, if you get me pregnant, I'm going to keep it. Like, how are guys not scared of getting girls pregnant? That is your whole life and you're going to be paying child support. Like, I don't know. To me, it's very irresponsible and it's very, I'm like, do you not like your life? You know, like there's so many things that could go wrong. A condom, like to me, it feels just as good. I mean, obviously you feel it, but it feels just as good. Sex is amazing. If you have the chemistry with someone, it just feels good. Like, do you just not have good sex? Is that why you don't want to use a condom? Because like, I don't know. It's so fucking weird when people bring that up to me and they're like, is it weird if I ask them to use a condom? I'm like, no, don't even ask. Like, pull it out. Like, put it on. Like, don't. And then if they refuse, be like, I don't feel comfortable doing it without because I don't know you. I don't know if you got tested. And then if they show you the results, don't trust it because they could be photoshopping it or show someone else's tests. But definitely, I 100% recommend using condoms. It's not weird. Also, if you don't have one, if you didn't bring one and he didn't bring one, you're like, oh, it's going to ruin the mood. Uber Eats one. The fuck? A lot of the time, Uber Eats takes 15 minutes. You guys can talk. You guys can watch a TV show. You guys can hump each other. I don't fucking know. You guys can wait 15 minutes for the Uber Eats driver to arrive. And he can pay for it too. So, yeah. Ladies, I don't know what we're doing here. Make sure that you're using a condom because there's so many things you don't want to deal with, the repercussions of it. And it's literally just your physical health. So, Bessie, I'm just looking out for you. And it's really not a flex to not use condoms. Yeah. Just be safe. Next question. Someone just said fat shaming. And I really wanted to talk about this because I have been struggling with my weight a lot recently. And my body dysmorphia is super crazy right now. Like there's times that I look in the mirror and I'm like, oh, I like the way that I look. And then there's times in the mirror where I'm like, oh, I can definitely work out a little more, or I could snack a little less, or I could be walking a little bit more. You know what I mean? But I think I've come to terms with the people that I compare myself to on Instagram or on TikTok or this or that. They don't even look like their photos a lot of the times. And everybody edits their photos and it's all fake. And hey, sometimes I edit my photos and I have insecure moments and I'm like, you know what I mean? Everybody does it. It's not good though. I'm not saying that it's good. It's bad. But I don't know. There are moments when I look in the mirror and I'm like, oh, fuck, like I wish that I looked like this, or I wish I had someone else's body, or I wish I did this, or I wish I did that. And then I'm like, oh, I wish my stomach was a little smaller, and then my butt was a bit bigger, and then maybe my arms were a bit smaller, and then this and this and this, and my boobs are a bit perkier. But I'm like, all of this is like not natural. The people that I'm comparing my body to like have had work done. And it's not fair to be comparing my body to someone that has had things surgically done and is not natural. And I don't know. I think I stopped following people that I would constantly compare my body to, or I would mute them or I would unfollow them because it's really just not healthy. And I feel like that's where it really stemmed from. A lot of my like body dysmorphia and me hating my body is just comparing myself to other people. And then I started following people who have kind of a similar body type to me. And it made me feel so much better because, you know, I'm like, oh, I wish I had an hourglass figure and like this is this. And I would follow Kim Kardashian and like Kylie Jenner. And I'd be like, why don't I look like that? And I'm like, it's because I don't have a BBL. And then I started following people like, you know, that really look like me. Like, oh my God, you know who I think is so hot? Kid Leroy's girlfriend. What's her name? I think Katarina. Is that it? Katarina. Kid Leroy. Katarina Demi. I don't know. Obviously, I don't look exactly like her. Like, she's really fucking sexy and she's really hot. But I don't know. I think that it's just she has kind of like her boobies, and she has like a good figure, and I don't know. I'm not saying that I look like her, but I'm just saying that looking at bodies like hers and seeing how she poses and like the angles that she uses, the type of clothes that she wears, like getting all of this inspiration and like the ways that she poses and her photos and stuff like that, it just makes me feel better about myself. I don't know. So I think my only tip would be to unfollow people who make you feel like shit about yourself and start following people that you feel like you look like, or people who, have a similar body type to you. And I don't know. I think it's kind of inspiring to see how they pose, the outfits that they wear to accentuate their body and stuff like that. But I don't know if this answers your question, because all they said was fat shaming, but yeah, this at least helps me when I feel kind of down about my body. Whether you're searching for the latest sneaker drop, that iconic handbag, a timeless watch, or your next piece of classic jewelry, eBay authenticators are there verifying every detail of your purchase. Yeah, we're talking each inch, each stitch, each tick, each facet, and each clasp that makes the piece you're searching for worthy of your collection. eBay's authenticators are experts in their craft, true connoisseurs, and as leaders in their fields, they're making sure your items always arrive as authentic as your style. So go ahead, get that piece you've always wanted, and leave it up to the meticulous eye of eBay authenticators to make sure that watch movement is original, that glimmer is real gold, and that rare sneaker is legit, or that handbag is really made of genuine leather, and never get faked over ever again. In a world full of fakes, it's time to get real with eBay Authenticity Guarantee. Everyone deserves real. Visit ebay.com for terms. This episode is sponsored by OneSkin, founded by a team of 4 female PhD-level longevity scientists with over 15 years of experience studying biology of aging. Powerful, smart women. We love to see it. We have to support. And after thousands of tests, the team created a product that is clinically validated to improve firmness, fine lines, and the overall tone and appearance of your skin. I think for a lot of us, skin can be a really big insecurity, especially because it's one of the first things that people can notice. So of course, we want to take care of our skin, and a great way to do so is by using OneSkin. I'm actually really excited to try out their OS1 face cream because it's true. We all age, so why not use products to help slow down the appearance? OneSkin is for everyone that wants to prevent or reverse the signs of aging with groundbreaking approach. OneSkin addresses skin health at a molecular level, targeting the root causes of aging so skin behaves, feels, and appears younger. It's time for you to experience a new skin health routine at a discounted rate today. Get 15% off with the code GIRLTALK at oneskin.co. That's 15% off oneskin.co with the code GIRLTALK. We only have one body, one skin, and only you can choose to make it better. Age healthy with OneSkin. Someone said, how do girls truly view their gay guy friends? Like my brother? I don't know. I literally look at Andre like he's my brother. I don't know. And then obviously we talk about sex and stuff like that, and like the people that he's talking to, and then me and like the people that I'm talking to, whatever. So I guess it's different in that way, but Andre's literally my brother. My biggest pet peeve is it's when I don't know, like a gay guy walks in and then other guys get uncomfortable. I almost feel like that, like with girls too, like a gay girl will walk into a room and other girls will feel uncomfortable because they're like, oh my God, like what if they're attracted to me? Like I'm not into it like that, like blah, blah, blah. It's like, bitch, get fucking over yourself. Like fuck, like people have standards, right? Like gay people don't just want to fuck anything. You know that, right? Like, I don't know. Some people are just like that. They're like, oh my God, they're gay. They're going to think that they're going to want to fuck me. Like, I feel so uncomfortable. I'm like, bitch, get over yourself. Like you're really like, there's like hot people and then there's not people. Like, you're really not, you're like, unless you're like, fucking Channing Tatum, Leonardo DiCaprio, fucking Michael B. Jordan, bitch. Like, I wouldn't be worried. And most of the time they don't look like that. So don't be worried, bitch. Next question. Someone says, what to do when it's your first time with a girl? So something that I kind of regret is I feel like the first time that I've ever hooked up with a girl, I almost wanted to like get it over with. And that sounds so bad, but I think it's because it's like I had this anxiety and I was like, oh my God, I'm like, 21, 22, I'm like getting up there, like I'm getting so old, and like, you know, I've never had sex with a girl. I'm a girl virgin, and I felt so insecure about it. But first of all, I just want to say that a lot of the times bisexual girls, even lesbian girls, you know, maybe you know it from birth, but I didn't figure out that I was bisexual till maybe like 21, 22. And a lot of bisexual / lesbian girls are like that because we grew up in this like fairy tale world where it's like the man and the woman and like whatever. And it isn't until we reach like 21, 22, like 25, maybe even 30, there's no shame in not having sex with a girl. First of all, I just want to say that. So I felt like the first time that I did it, I almost like wanted to like get it over with and be able to say like, okay, I did it. I could do this. Like, this is not so bad. It's like losing your virginity. It's like, you're so nervous, like blah, blah, blah. So I think the only advice that I would give to you is don't stress about it. Like, don't feel like you're behind. Don't feel like, you know, other people are ahead of you and, you know, it's your first time and you're so nervous and blah, blah, blah. It's literally like, just do it when it feels right. Do it when it feels right, because people always say, oh, how did you know that you were bisexual if you never slept with a woman? Or how did you know you're a lesbian if you never slept with a woman? I'm like, okay, well, how did you know that you were straight if you never slept with a man? It's the same thing. You just know. You feel it in your soul. You feel it in your body. You see who you're attracted to. So don't feel rushed. Don't feel like you need to get it over with, because I wish that I didn't feel like that. And I think just really enjoy it and really just be in the moment. You can even just be honest and be like, hey, like, I'm going to be so honest. This is my first time ever, you know, doing it with a girl. And then they can kind of guide you and they can tell you what feels good. And it's all about communication. Be like, hey, like, this feels really good for me. I like it when people do this. And then they could tell you what they like. But yeah, I don't know. I think it also helps to like go on dates before, get to know the person. And yeah, I don't know. I hope that this helps, because that wasn't my biggest thing. I felt like I was so behind, and I was like, fuck, like, I feel like, you know, I'm such a late bloomer, and I've never had sex with a girl before, and I was so insecure about it. But trust me, girl, like, you're the majority. Like, most people figure it out later on in life. Maybe even like when they're 30 or 40 or 50 or 60. I don't know. Who cares? Who cares if you never slept with a girl before? You know, I think as long as you just are a pure soul and you're a happy person, like, it's going to be fun hooking up with you anyway. So next question. Someone said, dealing with a low sex drive. I'm always horny, but my pussy is not cooperating with my brain. What do I say to that? Honestly, you need to try my wet ass pussy pills. They're honestly good for you. They're little vitamins, and my skincare technician will like recommend it to older women for like hydrating their skin. I think it's, what is it? Omega. Don't judge me, but I actually think that I have it linked on my storefront. Wait, let me see. Ugh. It keeps putting me on Amazon France. Amazon US. Okay, I found it. I literally found it. So I've linked it on my storefront. It's literally the omega-7C buckthorn oil. And these I literally call my wet ass pussy pills. This is just really good for hydrating. And girl, if you take it consistently, it will make your pussy super wet. I promise. It's loaded with omega-3, 6, and 9, contains vitamin A, C, E, and other powerful antioxidants. No preservatives, GMO, sulfates, it promotes healthy skin, hair, and nails, cardiovascular health, relief of feminine dryness. You know what I mean? Relief of dry eyes and mouth, urogenital tract function, digestive health, and liver health. So hey, even if you don't want a wet ass pussy, like, it's still really good for you. It's really hydrating. It's really good. So that could really help in that department. I don't know if that's like the thing that you're asking for. I think also things that help me with my horniness is, I don't know, going on dates, like maybe asking your partner, hey, I really want to go on a romantic date. And then you could dress up, you could feel sexy, wear lingerie, they could dress up, they could look sexy, and then spend quality time with each other. I don't know. Maybe like sometimes I just get in like spurts where I will just like, I feel like if you masturbate, like it like makes you hornier. I don't know if you want to like masturbate before you see them, or I don't know if that's weird. That's not weird. Who cares? I don't know. But I don't know. I think I just feel the sexiest when I look really cute. I shave my legs. I put the little moisturizer on. You go on a date. That I feel like is the best for me. And yeah, take a shower, look good, girl. That's what really helps me. Oh my God, I actually think that there's chocolates. Oh my God, there totally is. I'm not going to try and promote this because I don't know if it's like good for you or not, but there are sex stores and they sell horny chocolates. And apparently if you take this chocolate before you have sex, it heightens all of your nerves and it makes sex feel really good. Girl, I don't know where you live too though, but you really have to try having sex while high. Girl, I'm about to change your fucking life, bitch. I don't know if you live in California, Toronto, but having sex while high is life-changing. It's like my favorite way to have sex. Next up, someone said plans that you have for Europe. I want to explore all of Europe. I'm so excited. I'm trying to make some plans to go to like south of France. I really want to go to Spain, Barcelona. Oh my God, I want to go to the UK. I have to see my editor Rosie. I really want to go to Switzerland, and there's so many places, so many beautiful places here that I want to visit before I leave. And I'm like, hey, I live here. The flights are $50. I have to take advantage of it. And I don't know if I have to like get Blue a babysitter, or maybe I could go in the daytime and then come back at night, so that I could take her out to go pee and poo, but I don't know. That's what I want to do in Europe, and I'm so excited. If you have any recommendations for Europe, please, please, please let me know, because I'm crazy. You see my notes app, you guys, and I like to plan it all. I find everything on TikTok. That's how I find everything, but yeah. Ooh, I like this one. Someone said, are the dating apps bad? Is it worth it, or should I just stop wasting my time? I don't think I've found a single good person on a dating app. And I know it's hard to meet people in real life, but bitch, like at least from my experience, it's so hard finding people on a dating app. I mean, it's hard finding women in general, knowing if like a woman is like gay or not, because when you're straight, you just like assume that everybody else is straight, so it's a lot easier. So if you're straight, take advantage of it. Like, bitch, go out, like, and don't just go out to the club and stuff, because ask yourself, when I'm in a relationship, do I really want my significant other to be a club rat? Like it's kind of gross. You know what I mean? Ask yourself, where would my future boyfriend be? Like, where would he be hanging out? Would he be at a nice like gym like Equinox, or would he be at Soho House? Would he be at a nice hotel bar? Is he making a good amount of money? Is he what does he fill his weekends with? Like, is he washing horses? Is he a horseback rider? Like, ask yourself, what are my deal breakers in a partner, and what do I find attractive in a partner? And go to those places that you feel like your partner would be. Don't go to the club. The dating apps are whatever. I've had so many bad dating app horror stories, bitch. Listen to my worst date I've ever had with a guy and a girl. They were both, I think, on Tinder. Girl, Tinder is awful. It's so bad. Hinge is a little bit better. It's so funny. I think I saw Tinder's like trying to rebrand as like a dating app. I'm like, girl, I don't know if there's any going back for you. Tinder is the hookup app. But Hinge is pretty good. If I were to pick any of the dating apps, Hinge is pretty good. Maybe Bumble. But yeah, I don't know. For me, I don't really think it's worth it. And whenever my girlfriends ask me, I'm like, like even Raya. People are like, oh, Adeline, like, can you send me the Raya referral code? And I'm like, obviously I have a boyfriend, but I deleted my Raya because, first of all, I think it's like $60 a month, which is kind of fucking expensive. And I don't know. Every date that I've ever gone on from Raya, like, yeah, I've, matched with a couple cool people. I've matched with someone on like Teen Wolf or something. Not Teen Wolf. I think Vampire Diaries. I don't remember. But Andre's like, what the fuck? But I matched with some cool people on Raya, but it's so dry on there. You match for the validation. You get the little serotonin boost. Oh, I matched with someone hot. Oh, I matched with someone famous. They don't message you back. And you're probably not going to message them back. Like, I don't know. It's just like a big old, let's tickle each other's egos app. So I don't know. I don't really think that dating apps are worth it, but I feel like if you're gay, it does help. But I don't know. Try to ask yourself, where does my future boyfriend, future girlfriend go to and there's time off? Like, go to those places and try to meet people and be like, hey, oh my God, I love your outfit. Or like, hey, what are you doing here? And like, you know? Next up, someone said when they don't cuddle after sex and then like the barfing emoji. Bitch, they have intimacy issues. They actually have intimacy issues because I didn't know this, but a lot of people believe that cuddling after sex is very intimate. And I'm like, but fucking is not? And they're like, no, fucking is, anyone can fuck. And then some people believe that kissing is more intimate than sex, which how fucked is that? How fucked is that we're in a society that we really believe that kissing and cuddling is more intimate than sex? I don't know. To me, it's really weird, but some people really truly believe that. I feel like the person that you're hooking up with that doesn't want to cuddle after sex definitely has intimacy issues. I don't know if it stems from like their childhood or not feeling, I don't know, emotionally available, but they definitely have some intimacy issues going on there. But I don't know, cuddling after sex is actually very good for your health. I have to find the benefits of cuddling after sex because there are actually a lot of benefits. Cuddling post-sex is as beneficial as having sex with your partner. As mentioned, cuddling encourages the release of oxytocin, also known as the bonding hormone in the body, which promotes strong bond between partners. If you wish to maintain health and joy in your relationship, you must cuddle more. And I don't know, like even my hookups, even my like sneaky links, even the fucking friends with benefits, we would always cuddle after. It just feels good. I don't know. And I know some people would be like, oh, it's so intimate. Like, I don't know. I don't want to do it. You know, cuddling after sex releases the bonding hormone. I'm like, bitch, do you not think that having sex releases the bonding hormone either? Like, what the fuck else? Like, what the fuck are you thinking? Like, I'm like, what? Like, you're having literal sex. It's the most intimate thing that you could ever have with someone. And I feel like, especially when I was like, I feel like 22, 23, I really didn't give a fuck like who I slept with, but I really started noticing having sex is like the biggest energy exchange that you ever have with anybody. It's, you know, when you bump into someone, you're like, oh my God, I love your outfit. And they make you feel good. That's an energy exchange. When you're in traffic and someone's honking at you, fuck you, like move out of the way. And then you feel negative after. That's energy exchange. And you could get it from just interacting with people. You could get it by bumping into people. You get it by the traffic. You get it by this, whatever. You can even get it online. If you watch a sad video, you cry. That's an energy exchange. If you know, are talking to a troll online and they're saying how ugly you are, that's an energy exchange. So imagine that. You get energy from people that you don't even see in real life online, that you bump into, that you talk to on the street. Imagine the energy exchange that you get when you're naked and they're fucking inside of you, bitch. How can you not think that's an energy exchange? If you hook up with someone that's anxious, how do you think you're going to feel the next day or next week? Anxious. If you hook up with someone that's happy, how do you feel you're going to feel the next week? Happy. If you hook up with someone that has bad intentions and has very negative energy, how do you feel like you're going to feel the next week? Negative. It's a thing, bitch. Like, I've not only experienced this, my friends have also experienced this. It's a true thing. So I don't know. I feel like people who don't cuddle after sex, they have intimacy issues. And I don't know what it is. I'm not your mom. I'm not your therapist. You're not paying me to fix you. So like, I don't know what's going on, but they definitely need to go to therapy. They need to figure out what they want, especially like when you get older. It is such an ick when like, you're past the age of like 25 and you're like, oh, I don't know what I'm looking for. Bitch, how do you not know what you're looking for? Like figure it out, you know? Oh, I just want to go on the date and like see how we vibe. Like I will never understand men that are like 30 and they're like, I'm still figuring out what I want. Still figuring it out. Bitch, get a journal. Figure it out right now. Go get a therapist. Figure it out right now. I'm like, how are you 30 and you don't know what you want? So I don't know. Not cuddling after sex it's not even a yellow flag. It's a red flag for me. They have intimacy issues. They need to figure it out. They need to go to therapy. And I don't know. I think they're just trying to not get emotionally attached, but you release the bonding hormone and oxytocin while having sex anyway. So it's like you might as well cuddle after, and it feels good, and it's, I don't know, it's good for you. It's healthy. Next up, someone said, sex with the lights on. How does it make sex uncomfortable for the girl? Who asked this? Is this a guy or a girl? I think it's a girl. I used to feel kind of, uncomfortable having sex with the lights on, but I don't know. I think I just, you know what it is? And I'm not trying to tell you to do this. I'm just saying from my personal experience, and this is what I did, and I feel like it helped me, but I would never take like sexy photos of myself, and I'd be like, I don't know, like I would never feel sexy, and I never felt like my body was really nice, and I'd be like, I don't know, like especially like in some positions, like you have like your rolls exposed and this. First of all, I'm just gonna let you know, girl, if you're hooking up with someone, they're not looking at your rolls. They're looking at your boobs, or they're looking at your butt, or they're looking at like they're not going to be looking at your rolls. I promise you, trust me, because think about it. When you hook up with someone, do you look at the rolls? No, that's fucking weird. Like only insecure people do that. But I don't know. I just started taking sexy photos of myself, and I really get to know my angles. Even if you like have a mirror, I love having sex in front of a mirror, and you can like look at the different angles, and like see like how you look at yourself, and like pretend you're a porn star. I don't know. I think it's just like, realizing that sex is not as, graceful and magical as people make it out to me. It's not a Victoria's Secret campaign. It's literally just natural, and everybody does it. I feel like the second that I started thinking like everybody does it, sex is literally just as normal as doing your laundry. That's when I started feeling a lot more comfortable with myself. And if you're hooking up with someone and they think that you look weird with the lights on, like you shouldn't even be hooking up with them in the first place, because you're a fucking goddess. Being able to hook up with a woman is a fucking like pleasure in itself, an honor in itself. And you shouldn't have to do anything to compensate for the way that you look, because you're beautiful. Every woman's body is beautiful. Even you're like, oh, my rolls. It's like the skinniest girls have rolls when they bend over. It's literally, it's skin. It's human skin. That's what it does. It like rolls over. The skinniest girls have rolls. So I don't know. Figure out your angles. Look in the mirror. Like try it in different places. And I don't know. You can even close your eyes if you want and just really enjoy the sensation. I feel like this whole episode's been about sex. I'm sorry. I like this one. Okay, the last question someone asked is how to feel comfortable living a slow life and not working so hard 24/7. So I've had phases in my life, especially when I was 20, 21, where I was like on grind mode. And me and Chloe were actually talking about this the other week, and we were like, I can't believe how much we worked when we were 20, 21. It was crazy. And like, hell yeah, we were making a good amount of money, but it was like what we lived for. Every day you wake up, Chloe had an assistant. She would, book these places to film her videos. She would, XYZ, build a studio, do this. And then I would like be vlogging every day, and I was a daily vlogger, and I would be making these videos, and every single day I had to do something for the vlog. I literally revolved my whole life around what I was going to do for the vlog, and what, like, I think that was when Jake Paul was big, and you were like, every day, bro. I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. That I remember that, and I'm really happy that I went through that phase, and I was so like excited for life, and I just moved to LA, and I was so eager to be in the LA scene and be making money and working really hard. But I feel like since traveling and seeing all the different cultures and seeing the way that people live, one thing that really stuck with me is we were talking to one of our instructors at Bora Bora. He was like the tour guide for us, and he was like, a lot of us are really poor here, but we're really happy. Everything that you need is on the island. If you're poor and you're hungry, then you go spearfishing, or you go get some fruit off of the tree. And we're really happy here. We have a community here. We have relationships here. I have my family here. And I think I just really took that in, and I was like, you know what? I don't think I was really put on this earth to like make money. I don't think that's the point of life, is to make lots of money and work really hard. And I always felt like if I work really hard, whoever works the hardest is the most valid, and whoever works the hardest deserves things the most, you know? I felt like my whole life's purpose was to work as hard as I can and to be the most successful that I can. And that's what made me valid. And that's what made me, you know, a good human being. But humans aren't put on this earth to work. We're put on this earth to simply exist and to be happy. It's kind of like how trees are put on this earth, or flowers are put on this earth. They're not put on this earth for any purpose other than to just exist and be a part of the circle of life, and to be happy, and to coexist with other things, and coexist with other people, and coexist with, I don't know, and have relationships, and have love, and then have heartbreak, and experience